The Wondrous Tale of Kaliya Mardana. Come closer, my dear little ones, and gather around for a magical storytime session. Today, I'm going to share a tale brimming with courage, compassion, and divine wisdom, a story where a heroic young Krishna conquers a fearsome serpent named Kaliya to bring peace to the land of Vrindavan. So make yourselves comfortable, open your hearts, and let your imagination take flight as we dive into this enchanting story of the triumph of good over evil. Long ago, in the beautiful land of Braj, nestled beside the sparkling Yamuna river, there lived a delightful young boy named Krishna. Krishna wasn't just any child, oh no! His skin shimmered like dark rain-filled clouds, and his smile could brighten the gloomiest of days. With his flute in hand and mischief dancing in his eyes, he filled the hearts of everyone in Vrindavan with love and joy. The Yamuna river, once a source of life and purity, had become a place of fear. A terrible serpent named Kaliya had made the river his home, spreading his venom and darkening its waters. The trees that stood along the riverbanks withered, birds no longer sang, and the people of Braj lived in terror of the serpent's poisonous fumes. Why was Kaliya here, you ask? Well, Kaliya had once lived on a distant island called Ramnaka, but his life there was plagued by fear of the mighty Garuda, the king of birds. You see, Garuda and Kaliya were eternal enemies, and Garuda would not spare any serpent in his sight. To escape Garuda, Kaliya fled to the Yamuna, believing he would be safe in Vrindavan because of a sage's curse preventing Garuda from entering the region. However, little did Kaliya realize that his presence would wreak havoc on the land and its people. One sunny day, Krishna and his friends were playing happily by the Yamuna river, tossing a ball back and forth. Suddenly, Krishna kicked the ball high, and it landed with a loud splash in the middle of the poison, murky waters. The boys gasped in fright, warning Krishna of the serpent that lurked below. But Krishna smiled with a twinkle in his eye. Without any hesitation, he climbed a tall kadamba tree by the river bank, his every move filled with confidence. Then, with a mighty leap, Krishna dived into the water, disturbing Kaliya's slumber. The serpent rose in fury, his 100 hoods swaying and his eyes blazing like fire. He called around Krishna, determined to defeat this daring intruder. But Krishna was no ordinary child. He expanded his form, freeing himself from Kaliya's hold, and began to dance gracefully upon the serpent's hoods. His tiny feet drummed a divine rhythm, each step radiating celestial energy that filled the universe with light. Thunder roared, lightning flashed, and the poison waters churned as Krishna subdued Kaliya with his cosmic dance. As Kaliya grew weaker, his 100 hoods drooping and his fiery breath fading, his wives, the Nagapatnis, came forward with folded hands and tearful eyes. "O divine Krishna," they pleaded, "please spare our husband. We know his actions have caused harm, but we beg for your mercy." Krishna, whose heart was filled with compassion, paused his dance. Looking at Kaliya, he spoke with a voice full of divine authority yet gentle as a summer breeze, "Kaliya, your venom has caused great suffering. You must leave this sacred river and return to Ramnaka Island, where your presence will harm no one." Understanding Kaliya's fear of Garuda, Krishna reassured him, "Do not worry. When Garuda sees the imprints of my feet upon your hoods, he will know you are under my protection and will not harm you." Humbled and grateful, Kaliya bowed low, promising to leave the Yamuna forever. He and his family slithered away, allowing the river to flow pure and sweet once more. As the sunlight broke through the dark clouds, the people of Braj came out of their homes. They had witnessed Krishna's divine dance and his triumph over the serpent. Their hearts overflowed with love and gratitude for the boy who was their protector and savior. Now, my dear children, let me tell you the secret meaning of this story. Kaliya represents the darkness within us, anger, jealousy, greed, and pride, that poisons our hearts and minds. Krishna's dance symbolized the battle we must face to overcome these inner obstacles. Like Krishna, we must fight with self-awareness, discipline, and love to nurture the goodness within ourselves. But that's not all. Consider how Krishna, despite Kaliya's wrongdoings, still showed mercy and offered him protection. This teaches us the power of forgiveness and the belief that everyone, no matter how lost, can change for the better. And do you see how Garuda's presence ultimately drove Kaliya into the Yamuna? Even the serpent's fear played a role in Krishna's divine plan to purify the river. This shows us that everything in life, even the challenging moments, is interconnected and serves a greater purpose. So, children, remember this tale as you go about your days. Whenever you face challenges or feel the pull of negativity, think of Krishna and his fearless leap into the poison waters. Just like Krishna, you have the light of divinity within you, waiting to shine brightly. Be brave, compassionate, and kind. And never forget, every creature in this world, big or small, plays an important role in the grand story of life. Let us strive to be like Krishna, respecting all beings and spreading love wherever we go.